A 400 horsepower Mark II Escort would be a fast car, wouldn't it, everybody? Yes! No, this is an 800 horsepower Mark II Escort, as if that wasn't enough.
You've got food in the...
I've got peanuts.
Right,
McDonald's, there's a McDonald's up the road.
There.
Nice, yeah, it's not too far. A 400 horsepower Mark II Escort would be a fast car, wouldn't it, everybody? Yes! No, this is an 800 horsepower Mark II Escort, as if that wasn't enough. This is owned by Rob, and we've come down here to see not only the other Mark II we've seen, which you would have seen week previous to this, I guess. But this is something I've been really excited to see. It's pretty much it's a one-off in terms of how customised it is. I don't know how I'm going to start going through it, but it's Honda S2000 F20C, I think, 700 horsepower on pump gas, 800 horsepower on race gas, Quave sequential, 9-second car, and it's not even a quarter-mile car, but it still runs 9s. Come and have a look at this. Can I have some food yet?
No, we'll get food in a minute.
Right. Rob, thanks for putting up with us. No worries, mate. Rob owns the car, and it's, I mean, I don't know where we're going to start because there's so much on it. I mean, quick rundown of the spec on the car, if you know, I mean.
Quick rundown.
There ain't one, is
like
there?
you said, Honda F20C, 800 horsepower, Quave sequential gearbox. Yeah, all your normal mod cons.
Yeah,
normal mod cons,
stuff.
yeah,
normal
exactly.
Stuff for a road
Normal
car.
stuff.
So, I mean, I don't know where to start. So, is it? There's loads of questions I've got from a technical perspective, but is it? So, it's what turbo? You got a G30?
Garrett G30.
770, innit?
770, yeah.
770, and that I presume that comes on quite quick, boost-wise.
It's quite a big turbo, but
yeah,
it's half decent. With the Honda, they breathe quite well. So
they do. The heads are good, and once, because with the sequential, once it's up,
yeah, it
you
don't
just
come off.
bang through the gears, and
Correct.
that's it. Bear in mind, everyone, this car runs was it 980s?
980, 150.
980s at 150 mile an hour, so that is taken into account a 1.8 60 foot. My Nova runs 980s and it's designed to just do quarter mile times. This, you could drive it on the road anywhere and you could do a track day in it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
150 mile an hour, that's like a low 9, high 8 type car, really, at that trap speed. I mean, that's...
Yeah, still wheel spinning.
That is...
Off the line.
If you've never... Thing is, if you've driven a fast car, this is on another level of driving a fast car, I would imagine. I mean, we're going to find out in a bit.
It's a quick car, it's a handful.
I mean, what is it, 900 a kilo, 1,000
Just
kilo?
over 900 kilos.
At
yeah.
800 horsepower. Yeah. I mean, years ago, the
Four
technology...
doors.
Four doors.
More doors.
Exactly.
More doors.
But years ago, the technology didn't allow us to have a 4-cylinder car that could produce that sort of power. That's just fucking mental.
No,
It's mad.
and touch wood, still reliable. Good bits.
Show us under the bonnet quick, because I
Yeah,
want
no
everyone to
worries.
have a look under the bonnet, because it is like, not only, it's easy to make a car fast nowadays, whereas it, you know, making power was always the problem, but making it fast and tidy, like we've got in there, is the challenge. There isn't an inch of it that looks like it's not untied. It's just even down to the plugs for the lambda sensor. Have a look down in the chassis legs down in there, Stu.
I've been round, mate.
All this gold plating for the heat protection, it's just so, I mean, there isn't anything you can buy off the shelf for this combination of engine and car?
Not really, no.
It's all custom.
Fully custom sleeved engine,
Really?
wet sleeves, yeah, Darton sleeves, CP pistons, CP rods.
What compression ratio is it?
I think it's 8:1.
Is it?
So it's quite low. Yeah, everything. Obviously skunk to inlet manifold, full Supertech valve train, but standard ports. Just all of the.
Like you're saying, the Honda heads, like they breathe pretty well
breathe
anyway.
pretty well.
They don't need to do loads of crazy stuff. I mean, it's just it's almost a perfect combination because these Escorts were never meant to have a big, heavy, more than a 4-cylinder motor in the front. So to have a 4-cylinder, so you got a nice weight distribution.
Well, the only challenging thing with these are the engines fit in nice.
Yeah.
It's the gearboxes that are quite big.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have to cut the tunnel out and put an extra notch in the tunnel because they're quite tall.
And that's something you've had to do on that.
It's something you have to do, but apart from the fitting, pretty much looks factory.
It does. It looks so neat, and all the parts. I mean, you haven't skimped on anything by the looks of things. Like the inlet manifold alone is just—they're big bucks.
Me and Keith was always backwards and forwards. When the engine goes in the car, I don't generally like a standard-looking Honda S2000.
Yeah.
So it had to have the nice dress
The
up
bits that make it look nice.
Something. Obviously, they serve a purpose as well, but yeah, it just looks right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's no eBay stuff on there. Let's put it in that.
No. Well, the air filter, I think we were saying.
Well, no, that's an Amazon.
We were saying about
it's Amazon.
Yeah,
There we
don't
go.
diss that one. I got that in the go.
Amazon. Enjoy seeing it. You've obviously had a look at the screamer pipe.
Yeah,
on the side
another screamer pipe.
Even the effort going into the how the exhaust tip has been made. It's got a teardrop on it. That's dead neat. And it's had the shell itself. It's neat, isn't it? I mean, it's
the shell's a full
clean.
restored shell. The shell was restored well before I bought it from someone local, actually. It was obviously just a genuine, clean, rebuilt 4-door when I got it, and then
you cut it up.
That's when the fun started. So, we've done everything here, like what we said. We're not shy of getting our hands involved. So like I said, the engine's a bit out of my pay grade, but apart from the shell, that's where it kind of transformed. It was all stripped out, and it wasn't a bit of me. It was a bit bumpy.
What made you go for the 4-door over a coupe or 2-door? You know,
a lot of people don't know. I mean, I was looking for a 2-door or a 4-door. It wasn't Pacific. The fella that owned the car previous to me is only from a few miles away, and it come up and it caught my eye straight away. And a lot of people don't know, but 4-doors are lighter and stronger than the 2-doors. So if anyone was to Google,
every day is a school day. I did not know that.
You bought a 2-door then?
Well, it was what was available at the time. I didn't know that.
Everyone with 2-doors generally believe, because they were the rally cars, they were the ones to have. But if you was to go on Google and type in a 4-door weight and a 2-door weight, the 4-doors weigh less.
No way.
And things like the rear quarters are a lot bigger and stronger. So obviously with the power and stuff like that. So I didn't have a lot of people go to me, why a 4-door? I was like, well, you've never seen another 4-door.
Not with that.
Right,
So it kind of stands out as well. But I never had a Pacific. I want a 2-door or a 4-door.
I mean, it was tidy as well. Obviously,
it was tidy.
You were looking for a nice one, I suppose. What about the fuel system and stuff? Do you want to show us in the boot? I mean, is it it's got a 12 pot and
it's all a built-in tank.
Is it
proper? Built-in.
This is neat as well.
I like the wang.
That's apparently a Capri boot spoiler.
Is it really?
And they're quite hard to get hold of, apparently. That's why I've left.
So it's not one that's been made for the car, or it's not custom stuff?
No, I'll try to get it off. Leave it on, but it doesn't come off. But
oh, look at that!
Yeah, full.
This is neat, man. This is really neat. So you've got everything. You've got a fuel sender, swell pot, everything all in one. Just bolt it in the car.
Yeah. So before this tank, I had the existing standard tank on the side with external pumps in like a surge pot. It used to leak all the bloody time, so I was sick of it. So obviously doing a bit of racing, drag racing. I wanted to go for the safest route, so this has got the lift pump built in, and it's got 2 fuel pumps built in. So 3 pumps all inside the tank.
That is pucker, innit? I mean, it is super neat. Is it a factory colour? Is this silver the factory silver?
No, I think it was a Volvo.
Oh, okay.
Silver. Don't know the exact paint code. I mean, I had the engine bay repainted when I put the engine in, so I've got the code, but a Volvo into it.
And it's different. Like, we've seen it a million times. Nothing against anyone who's put million lights on a Mark 1 or Mark 2 Escort, but we've seen it too much. Do something different. Have a little bit of originality and something like this. Like the arches, they're custom as well. You were saying earlier.
Same as Keith's car. Like I said, we made them for the car. Wheels are false racing wheels. Not off the shelf, obviously made. Same. Our cars are basically mine and Keith's, the Escort on the previous week. Pretty much underneath are identical.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Atlas axle. I mean,
Atlas axle.
that's obviously able to put up with a lot of shit. I mean, if it's
when the fella built it, it's got the best of the best in there. It's always that chance it can break, but he said it was good for about 700 horsepower.
you've got the best opportunity of it staying together if you put the best
I didn't want to
stuff
go
in
9-inch just yet.
No. The sequential box as well, Quave sequential. And that was like, I mean, that adds to it. We were talking off camera earlier about how much faster a car can feel just by having a sequential in it.
100%.
With the same sort of power.
I've got a lot of friends that reckon they can change gear quicker.
Really?
By flat shifting and a sequential, and until you drive one, it was a big decision for me to buy the sequential.
It's a big investment as well, isn't it?
It's a big investment, but backwards and forwards for probably 6 to 8 months, racking my brains, trying to get permission from my wife. Can I buy one?
Yeah.
And
it's only a couple of quid, don't worry
I
about
just pulled the plug, and granted they are noisy, but what a gearbox.
Yeah. So obviously you got a sequential shifter. Yep. I can see 2 handbrake levers there. I presume that's what they are.
Yeah, just greedy. One for the back brakes, one for the front brakes.
So you've got a hydraulic fly off, and that's for just like for launch, I suppose, at the track for
so
launching.
The front, just grab the front, big rolling burnouts, warming tyres up, or whatever you want to do, and then the rear's for staging.
You are so selfish. It's so neatly installed as well, and it was you installed it. Just for that reason, just for like, so I can do.
Because the cars were very similar to like Keith's car, the cars were built to play.
Yeah.
So instead of using the stock handbrake and stuff, my friend, very local, he makes all the custom lines.
Nice.
So he was like, "Do you want hydraulic?" I was like, "Why are you there?"
Yes, the fuck I do.
Let's put 2 in there. So originally it had line lock. And I took it to Santa Pod, and the line lock didn't hold the car. I think it must have been too powerful, so that's why I went for a hydraulic. And you can't really go wrong. So
it is neatly done, mate. Does it all get in the way when you're driving it? I mean, there's a lot going on. You just like
you've got to grab one lever, whatever one it is.
What's
you can
the button on the steering wheel about?
That's launch control.
Is it?
Launch control, and then you've got the little toggles in the centre. One's for 6-stage anti-lag. And the other ones for obviously different maps.
Jeez Louise.
Yep.
Well, I suppose, I mean, we've talked enough about it. I've been excited about seeing this for such a long time, and I'm desperate to go out for a drive in it. So I'm going to be selfish now. I'm going to fuck off in it.
Slightly moist.
It's getting a bit damp actually. Although,
be fun.
It looks like it's clearing up, but we'll find out. Hopefully. We're back. We're in the most sensible car you can take out when it's partially wet. Well, we don't get a lot of luck with weather with Motor Addicts, so we're taking a car out that's got over probably 1,000 horsepower per tonne. You've got a lot of that gear change. It's very reassuring, isn't it? It feels like it's gone in. And I suppose it cuts the ignition relative to the gear change in just like split second. Good old mate. It's got a real sense of threat, doesn't it? It feels like it's going to do something, you know.
It's a very angry car.
Yeah. The button on the steering wheel, you said about launch control. So the launch control, is that for...
That'll just push the clutch in like now.
Yeah.
Hold the button.
So it gives you like a free... You can set that wherever you want that.
Lights the turbo up, and then a little toggle here. I can change the revs from anywhere from 5,500 round to 9,000. 6 stages basically I've got. So if I was to go to Santa Pod and it bogged down, I can adjust. This is where I...
So it does that, so it revs the motor when you're changing down, like...
Yeah, because if you was on track, you wouldn't use your clutch.
Right,
so blips the throttle for you. So
and that's in the Pectel, that's organised all
into
of
the
that.
Pectel.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good system.
I didn't know much about it. I know it's more used by the Ford guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
From what I gather.
Well, I mean, Julian Godfrey's well known for his Fords and his Cosworths, and so, but I've done my research, like I said, it's between that and a Cyvex, and
Cyvex is good, but you pay your money, don't you? That's the thing. That sounds amazing, doesn't it? Look at the gear shift, sounds fucking awesome.
About 6,000 revs.
Shit. track, that must be like so
100%.
satisfying to
definitely.
do. Shit.
It's just instant, isn't it? Straight through.
That makes me want to get mine up and running now. That sounds so good.
A lot of people say the noise, you get used to the noise.
Yeah. But it's a trade-off, isn't it? I mean, you're not going to have a stock gearbox that can cope with 800 horsepower. You just got to get used to it. He's bordering on like. This is the only car I've ever been in where I thought that needs some traction control. Like, you know, I mean, because it's only so much. Like, it's great to have all the power, but I don't know. Would it make any use of it? I mean,
In the dry,
yeah.
second gear's a bit iffy.
Yeah.
Third's alright, but we've got going to have wheel speed sensors.
Yes,
on the
yeah.
traction.
To drop the. Well, it takes the ignition timing out of the phone, doesn't it?
But it's going back into a new rear end next year, so I'll probably do it then.
And what are you going to change about the rear end in it?
If I go a bit more drag, I might tub the rear end.
Yeah,
but, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll probably 5-link the rear end anyway.
Yeah. It's relentless, isn't it? Once it gets up. They probably put the speed bumps there for people like us who are going to come and use these.
All the cars come down here. All the youngsters come down here. We add to them.
Oh mate, that is so violent. That gear shift is so violent, isn't it? It is like instant. Is there ever a time when it gets to a point where it's... I don't believe it's this, but there must be a time when it's too much. Like, because you can still have fun in this, but any more than this, I think if it was like 1,000 horsepower with this drivability, I mean
1,000 horsepower would be more your drag.
Yeah, I mean you wouldn't be able to make use of it. It's like, even in the dry there, I could see you were rolling in third. We came over to the left to accelerate, and you rolled into the front. You didn't just pin it, because if it starts spinning the tyres at the speed that we were doing, which was well within the speed limits, then you could get into trouble quite quick like that, you know. That is mental. And that's a 600 horsepower.
prove it to you. Look, that's all the way down. Look, then that's 650, 700, and then race fuel after that.
There can't be a time you drive this car and you get out and you think, oh, it's a bit boring that time.
Never. As I said, I don't drive it a lot.
That's so mental.
Every time I get in it, it's like the first time that I'm back in it.
Absolutely love that. Honestly, I've got to stop swearing. Let me start that again. Like beep, in love that. You probably saw by my reaction that I enjoyed it. That was. It's a bit of a different drive, a bit of a different kettle of fish to the other Escort we did last week, not just now. But I haven't been in anything that accelerates quite as violently, apart from my MR2, even though that on low boost feels as quick as the MR2 does. God knows what it feels like at 800 horsepower, because 650 or wherever it was around that figure is almost unbearable. When we first went out, you couldn't get a good pull out of it, and even in the dry, it started to pull. It started to hook the tyres. Absolutely, that sequential box is absolutely like, it's aggressive and it's relentless and it's just, yeah, it blew my mind. It was fantastic. He's built an amazing car there. If you want it, it's 50 grand. That's no joke. The guy said it's for sale if you want to spend the right money on it. But the engine and box alone, you're going to spend half that at least building that minimum. So, absolute weapon of a car. Congrats to Rob for building something so mental, really. But that's what we like. If you've got anything that's equally as... If you've got anything more mad than that, trust me, there can't be many around. I want to see it. So that's it. That's a Mark II Escort at 700 horsepower. I'm going to go and sit down for a little while now.
10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down.